Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Chrissy here today, sharing with you my first video with the fabulous, what month are we in? February. Oh my goodness, February kits. So I have to admit, I'm absolutely in love with this kit. I have already done 3 layouts, which I did on the same day that I did this one. I'm just so inspired by this kit, and I know that sounds really cheesy, but I had the ideas in my head for all 3 layouts that I wanted to do just by unboxing this kit, and that hasn't happened to me in a long time. I knew exactly what I wanted to do just by looking at the gorgeous things in these kits, and they all turned out exactly as I'd hoped, which almost never happens. So I can't wait to share with you the 3 layouts I've made. So I'm going to start with this one because this one is just so totally me. And yeah, well, let's just get into the layout. So this is a picture of my husband and I. After work one day, my boys and I met him at the beach, and we just, chilled out. The joys of living on the Gold Coast. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can go to the beach and get some really great photos and have a great time. This is just a cute little photo of us. I've got to remember to scrap more than just the boys now and then, scrap the husband and I as well. And yeah, so I started with this layout, with this photo, and I knew I wanted a pop of colour on the background. Now, I know that there's a lot of pink and orange and floral and yellow in this kit, but if you have a look, you can use blue just as well. And that's what I wanted to show you, that we know I have boys, which is going to make my next few layouts a nice surprise for you, but we know I love to do my masculine boyish layouts, and I wanted to show you that is very, very possible with this kit as well, just as easily as it is a very floral, lovey, hearty, girly layout, which is going to be my next one that I can't wait to show you. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how 2 very different layouts from the exact same kit, and that's what I love about this kit. You can use it either way. You can go very, very girly and floral, or you can go masculine and throw some paint in there and use the bits and pieces with this kit. And yeah, the grey, I love the grey tones that you get in this kit. But yeah, I just love this layout. It's one of my favourites. So at the moment, I'm just creating some layers for my photo. Now, I think my photo it's not a true 4x6, but it's not a 3x4, so somewhere in the middle. I'm going to say, what, about 5x3, maybe? Yeah, about that. And so what I do basically is, on my Picturemate, I put it up as a 4x6, and then I just shrink it down a bit till I'm happy with the edges. I didn't want a big 4x6, but I didn't want a small 3x4, so just somewhere in between where I'm happy. I best guess it. There's nothing exact about anything I ever scrap. And I just wanted to make some layers behind it. I've been working on my layers. I'm not very good at the abstract, off-center, uneven type thing. No matter how hard I try, I do tend to stick to square and perfectly even. I'm working on it, I really am, which is crazy. If you looked at my art, I'm such an abstract, weird, angled kind of person. I'm not a neat, cornered person at all, which, yeah. But anyway, when I do my layers, I do tend to keep everything even and square. The thing that I did do that was a little off-center in this was I used half a doily instead of a full doily. So instead of putting, oh, no, I'm lying, I did use a full doily in this one. It's the other layout that I used a half. So I was planning on trying to work on those uneven layers. How you put little scraps on one side, and yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not very good at it. So I put half a doily down thinking, I could make it heavy embellished on this side. I try so hard to make this round embellishment work. I try on all 3 layouts that I made because I just love it so much. It doesn't make it on any of the layouts. But yes, like I was saying, I do attempt to use half a doily. In the end, I used the whole thing because it just wasn't working for me. It needed to be balanced. It really did. So I've got my layers down. I've used some of the grey chevron, which I love. Oh, I absolutely love having the 6x6 paper pad in there. It's working fantastically for layers and things like that. So that was a great addition. I was really excited about. Yes, used a doily, but I also used one of the blue pieces from the 6x6 as well, just to bring in more of that blue. So in a kit that's heavily pink, orange, yellow based, there was some blue tones in there. So I pretty much went through everything that had that blue tone, pulled it out, and that's what I've decided to use. I'm working really hard to use this chipboard 6x12 sheet because I tend to shy away from them. I'm not sure why. I can't make chipboard work usually. And I did have one of the titles out from the mixed media kit, thinking I was going to paint that and use that, but in the end I use this piece from the chipboard sheet, which I was pretty happy to use. And this Wonderful Moments ends up being my title. So like I said, I brought in more of that blue and the grey. I'm really digging the grey. So that works really well for that masculine themed layout as well. Even though, yes, I know I'm in the layout in the picture, but, you know, I was going for more of a... because the photo was taken at the beach. Did I mention that? Yes, I did. And I was going for a beachy feel about the layout. Oh my goodness, can you hear that incessant squeaking? So it is currently 10 o'clock at night. Now, I did another video earlier today at about 5 o'clock, another voiceover, and the damn dog was doing the exact same thing. He has this squeaky ball toy that Santa got him for Christmas. I'm not happy about it. I don't buy squeaky toys because they drive me insane for this exact reason. Yesterday we cleaned up the pool area and we found a bunch of tennis balls, and this happened to be in there, and for some strange reason I gave it back to him and he hasn't killed it yet. So he's been driving me crazy, my lovely dog, with that squeaky ball. So yes, he's outside right now at 10 o'clock at night, squeaking his ball, interrupting my voiceover. And he did the same thing 5 o'clock this afternoon. Don't you love it? So, going through my my plate of awesomeness. I can't call it an awesome plate of awesomeness. That's just wrong. This is my plate of awesomeness. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, basically it is just a 4-compartment plate that I think I got from a cheapie store, and it's where I put all my embellishments. I love it, and I call it my plate of awesomeness because, well, it is. It is a plate of awesome. It's where I store all my embellishments from the kit. I take everything out of the packet and put it in this awesome little tray. And then it sits in the box with my kit perfectly, so I have everything together. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going through, and like I said, I'm getting out everything in that blue tone that I can use on this layout. I've managed to put a bit more chipboard on there, and I found some of these flowers in the same colour. I've decided to use them even though I was going for, like I keep mentioning, a more of a masculine feel, but who cares, honestly? You can use flowers on boys' layouts, and like I said, I'm in there. It's more of a lovey-dovey layout, I suppose, because it's me and my lovely hubby. But yeah, I just really wanted to use these flowers. I love the washed out watercolour look. And I love that, you know, they're in that beautiful blue tone that matches perfectly with that tropical water paint that come in the mixed media kit, if I might add. I love building up clusters and I love adding dimensions. So I do have some foam dots that I use to add bump up a few of these flowers as well, just because I don't like everything flat, especially with that chipboard. I like to have different degrees of dimension in little clusters, especially flower clusters. And I love that the leaves in this kit are in that grey. I really love the combination of the blue with the grey. And in another layout I love the combination of the pink with the grey. I think it's just a great balance of having a really nice brightish colour with that muted grey neutral. So I do love that combination. So having the grey leaves with these flowers just works beautifully as well. So I'm adding some enamel dots now. When I have a dimensional cluster that I've, you know, used different layers of things, I like to sprinkle around the enamel dots inside the cluster, if that makes sense. So tucked under some of that dimension and just here and there. And we got an insane amount of enamel dots in this kit. Now I get all 4 kits, if I haven't mentioned that before. So I got, you know, we got 2 whole packets of enamel dots, so they match perfectly with the kit, with the papers, obviously. So I'm just using some of those blue ones and tucking them in, and then as always grabbing some of my clear bling, which I can never have enough of, and adding some of those to finish off those clusters. And that's going to be it for my layout. I'm just adding a hand-drawn border because sometimes I feel that just ties off the layout perfectly. And that's going to be it. So thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have enjoyed my layout. Bye for now. I'll be back real soon with more.